Hey guys, AJ with you here, doing a video on the big news um, that I had that I discussed earlier, um, right after my run. So I'm gonna announce the big news, and then I'm gonna do the video that I promised you guys a while ago about a really good comment that I got um, from a subscriber. So first of all, the big news is I have officially dropped out of the 2017 Springfield Marathon. It was not an easy decision to make. Um, in fact, it was a painful decision to make. I've never um, really um, dropped out or DNS'd a race ever. This is a first for me, so there was a few routes I could go. In Springfield, they have not only the marathon, they also have a 20-mile race, so a three-fourths marathon. They also have a half marathon, a 10K, and a 5K. So, excuse me, my training partners and I are going to go up Friday, or excuse me, we're going to go up Saturday for the Sunday race. So there's no way I could do the 10K or the 5K. So my options were the three-fourths marathon, 20-miler, or the 13.1 half marathon. So I decided to go with a 13.1 half marathon. Right now, with the way my training's going and my Achilles is feeling, I feel like that's the best option for me. So pardon me while I look away. I'm going to be reading a really good question that I had from one of my subscribers. I'm trying to find when they sent it. So from 8/23. So sorry I've been so late on this video, but I'm going to kind of read it verbatim. So here we go. I have a question about making adjustments during training. Marathon training lasts so long. There's a lot of times for things to go wrong. Sometimes goals, plans, strategies, etc. have to change. Considering your nagging pain and the limited training time remaining, I'd be curious to hear what kind of milestones or indicators you will look for over the next few weeks to help you decide if you're going to change your goals or expectations for the race. Given the limited training time you have before the race, how much improvement can you expect in your fitness, speed, endurance, etc.? Do you make any changes to your plans for tapering based on this? Based on this extra R&R? So, sorry, something obviously popped up while I was doing this. So, yes, great question. So let's start with number one. Sometimes goals, plans, and strategy changes. Considering my nagging pain, what kind of milestones do I look for? So this is very appropriate considering I've had a back down from the 26.2 miles and do half. Milestones are key. So in training, I think for me, the most important training is tempo runs. That's what I look for milestone wise. So for the Springfield Marathon, I wanted to run 7 flat to 6:45 pace. So I was looking for those milestones during my tempo runs. Basically, if I could do a 7 to 6:45 pace fairly comfortably around 7 miles a month before the race, I knew that I could continue on and keep reaching for that sub 3 hour marathon goal. Now, in saying that, it's going to be different for everyone, but I would look for some key things. So my training blocks usually consist of 6 months. So I do about a 2-month build, meaning I kind of start, I don't do any speed work. I just kind of start slowly increasing my mileage. And then I do a 4-month training program, generally. So in those 2 months leading up, I'm just trying to stay A, healthy, and B, happy. Lately, I haven't been either of those, but that's the main goal, to get your body ready for the training. So basically, you're training to train. Um, and I'd say milestones. Look for milestones every month. Some people I know do time trials. Some people do like a 5K at the end of every month. So at the end of the first month, you do a 5K and you try to hit, just say, 25 minutes. Second month, try to get faster. Try to get into the 24s. Third month, 23s, so on and so forth, at your own leisurely pace. Um, Indicators I'm also looking for is heart rate. I want to see how my heart rate's doing. If I'm running a 9 flat pace for 10 miles and my heart rate's at 132, and then 2 weeks later I'm running the exact same course, exact same pace, and my heart rate's 142, I might start scratching my head and say, where's my fitness going? Am I overtraining? Am I undertraining? Kind of look at all the circumstances there. So heart rate is very important. I used to not be a heart rate slash statistical guy, but I definitely am now. Now that I'm aging as a runner, I know that's very important. Um, let's see what you look for all the next 2 weeks. And when will I decide to change my goals or expectations for the race? Very good question, and I did. So the new goal is to run a 135 or better half marathon. Why did I decide to change my goals and expectations? It's hard when you've been really competitive all your life and you've hit a lot of those great milestones. I think it would be harder, honestly, if my Achilles wasn't bothering me and I wasn't hitting the times that I wanted. But in saying that, the reason why I decided to drop down to the half marathon and change my expectations and my slash goals is because I felt like, yeah, could I do the 26.2 miles? Absolutely. I know I could finish the distance. It probably would be around four plus hours. What good would that do me? What good would that do for my fitness level? What good would that do for my Achilles? I decided, you know what? Let's back it down. Let's do 13.1 and see how fast I can go. It's going to be a shorter distance, but maybe I can hit a little bit of a faster pace. Maybe. But like I said, I'm going for a 135. It's not out of my realm yet. I still think I can run 730s to 745s pretty darn comfortably. So basically, the goal now is when I run 26.2, my goal is to run the first 20 as comfortably as I can, and then the last 10K is just going out there and trying to crush it. So for this race, I'm going to go out and I'm going to try to run the first, I'd say 8. Eight comfortably, and then kind of try to bust the rest. So that's the goal for Springfield. Given the limited training time you have before the race, how much improvement can you expect in your fitness, speed, and endurance? I hate to take like the easy way out, but it's all dependent upon you and your body. Me, I've been training. I've been competitively running since the 1999. That's a long time. And I feel like my fitness and speed come a little bit quicker than someone who's just starting out. So personally, I think every 3 weeks you should start seeing improvement. You're not going to get out there and every day you're going to get faster. Some of you could, but I think every 3 weeks would be a good time, like I said earlier, just to do like a fast mile or a fast 5K, just to see where your body's at and how it's reacting to your training. If a week before you run a 21 minute 5K, and then 3 weeks down the line you run the same course, and you run a 22 minute or 23 minute, maybe you should back off on the training Or you should change from doing more endurance work to doing more speed work, getting on the track a little more, doing a few more tempo runs. I personally think that one long run during the weekend and then 2 speed workouts during the week, one track workout, um, one tempo run, excuse me, is great. And then the other days, Monday, do like a 4 to 6 mile run. Tuesday, you're going to want to get on the track. Wednesday, you're going to want to take off or cross train, swim, bike, whatever. Take a walk with your dog, with your wife, with your husband, with your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. Thursday, you're going to want to do that tempo run. Friday, I'd say 6. Saturday, anywhere from 6 to 8, and then Sunday your long run, which for me personally, I think a long run is anything from 10 miles on is considered a long run to me personally. Let's see, will I devote less time to tapering if your training in the final 2 months involves extra rest? Absolutely, I will devote less time to taper. So now what I am, and I don't want to call it scramble mode, but it's kind of scramble mode. I want high quality runs. So I'm not going to go out and run 9-10 pace for my 4 to 8 milers. Like today, I ran about an 8:30 pace. I'm really trying to put in quality runs in the least amount of time. So today I did a 6 mile run in about 8:30 pace. Tomorrow I'm going to take off. I'm actually probably going to hop on the bike after dinner and do an hour on the bike. Wednesday I'll probably go out and do a good hard 4 miles. So probably 8 flat pace 4 mile. And then Thursday I'll probably do a tempo run, a 4 mile tempo run at around, I'd say 7:30 pace, maybe 7 flat pace if I can maintain that. So yes, I think that if you go into the last month of training and you're kind of scrambling and you're saying, I don't have enough distance, it's okay to drop down like I'm doing. So I'm going to put together shorter runs but more high quality runs. So I'm going to kind of eliminate those slow run days, those days where we'll just plod along at 9 flat or 9:30 pace. I'm going to eliminate those until I get to my longer runs on Sunday, which are 10 miles or more. I'll probably plod along then, but right now it's all about getting the speed down on every run, making every run quality. It's kind of what I do when I do triathlon training. I try to get, you're kind of at an advantage because you get to swim, you get to bike, but the runs need to be quality because you don't get a lot of those because you're tired. So I like putting in a lot of quality runs, quality, not quantity. Also, it's going to help me stay healthier. So I'd rather do a 6 mile quality run rather than an 8 mile kind of plodding along type run. So if you guys have any more questions about this, I don't know if I'm explaining myself really well, but I'm trying to do my best. Basically, do what you need to do to stay as healthy as you can, but get as fast as you can in a limited amount of time. So some people this is going to work. For me, I believe it works because I've done kind of like a speeding up of the training process before and it's worked fine. Some people you might fall apart. But this is my recommendation, is just to get those quality runs in, as many quality runs in as you can. There's no time right now to get those long, slow distances or LSDs in. You just have to get those quality, faster runs in now, and those tempo workouts, and throw in a few track workouts. So most important thing after that is recovery. Get your good nutrition in when you're done running. Get in the ice bath. Get foam rolling. And try to stay as healthy as possible. So my Achilles is hurting, but it's not hurting more than it was a month ago, but it's not getting any better. So that's why I decided to drop down and do the 13.1. But great question. Probably the most favorite question I've ever gotten. And it's a really good topic, and I think it needs to be addressed more, and I don't think enough people ask those questions. So if you guys are using a coach or using a training method book, what I would recommend is cutting it down, cutting your long runs or your kind of lopey runs, like, so keep 3/4 of it. So if it says run 8 miles, slow, run 6 miles, a little bit faster. If it says let's do a workout, 6 by mile, maybe cut it down to 4 by mile or 2 by mile and try to go a little bit quicker. So get those quality runs in, get your good nutrition in, and get your recovery in really quick, and I think you guys will be fine if you do that. So thank you guys again for watching. Keep those great questions coming. I'm going to answer them as quick as I can. Like I said, tomorrow's probably going to be on the bike, and then keep gearing up. I got a little over a month left for the Springfield half marathon. Thanks for watching, guys.